Hello learners and welcome back to mathematics class. On today's mathematics class, we'll be talking about addition and subtraction of similar fractions and mixed number with or without regrouping. I'll start with our learning objectives. Today we want to learn about how to add and subtract similar fractions. Similar fractions are fractions that have the same denominator in simple and mixed number without regrouping. We also want to talk a little about how to add and subtract the similar fractions in simple or mixed number without regrouping. We also want to talk about how to add and subtract similar and dissimilar fraction with regrouping. Now, the first thing we want to talk about is what is fraction. Fraction represents part or parts of a whole. For example, you can see a pizza there. You can see that pizza is just a slice out of the whole pizza. That means that's a fraction of it. Now, let's look at the fraction we have here, which is 1/3, 1/3. Your 1 is the number that is at the top, and that's your numerator. Your 3 is the number at the bottom, which is your denominator. We will continue this by talking about types of fraction. We have three types of fraction. The first one is called proper fractions. In proper fractions, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. For example, here we have 1/4. Your 1 is your numerator and your 4 is your denominator. As you can see, 1 is smaller than 4. So that makes it a proper fraction. The next one is an unlike fraction, or you can call it an improper fraction. Here the numerator is either equal or greater than the denominator. For example, we have 8/3. Our numerator is 8 and our denominator is 3. As you can see, 8 is bigger than 3. So that makes it an improper or an unlike fraction. The next one we have is a mixed number. A mixed number is a combination of both a whole number and a proper fraction. For example, you have two whole number, 1/3, where your 2 is your whole number, your 1 is your numerator, and your 3 is your denominator. That makes it a mixed number because that's a combination of both a number and a fraction. Now let's talk about similar fractions and dissimilar fractions. We can also call it like fractions and unlike fractions. Similar fractions are fractions that have the same denominators. I repeat, similar or like fractions are fractions that have the same denominators. For example, 2/8 and 5/8, they have the same denominator, which is 8. That makes them similar. The similar fractions now are fractions that have different denominators. That means their denominators are different. For example, you have 1/4 and 1/5. You can see 4 and 5 are two different numbers. That makes it a dissimilar fraction, or you can call it an unlike. We want to talk about adding similar fractions. How do we add similar fractions? Fractions that are the same. You add the numerators alone and you copy the denominator. And if it is possible, you can still break it down to the lowest term. For example, I can give you 4/10 plus 3/10. All you have to do is pick your numerators, 4 and 3. So 4 plus 3 will give us 7. That means our answer is 7/10. Another example, I can give you 8/15 plus 2/15. All I have to do is pick my two numerators, which are 8 and 2. So 8 plus 2 will give us 10. That means my answer is 10/15. But what I notice about 10/15 is that it's a big number. It can still be broken down into a smaller number. So I look for a number that can divide both 10 and 15, and it has to be the same number. For example, 5 can divide 10, 5 can still divide 15. So 10 divided by 5 will give us 2, 15 divided by 5 will give us 3. So my final answer is 2/3. Let's talk about subtracting similar fractions or subtracting like fractions. All you have to do is subtract your numerators and copy the common denominator. And you divide it to find the lowest term if possible. For example, I can give you 8/15 minus 4/15. 8 minus 4 will give me 4. So my answer is 4/15. Another example, 16 over 24 minus 12 over 24. All I have to do is minus my numerators. That is 16 minus 12, which gives me 4. So my answer is 4 over 24. Now, what I notice about 4 over 24 is that it's still a big number. I can break it down to a smaller number. So I look for a common number that I can divide through both. 4 can divide through 4 and 24. So 4 divided by 4 will give us 1. 24 divided by 4 will give us 6. So my final answer will be 1 over 6. Let's move into the next series of numbers, which is mixed numbers. Now let's talk about how to add and subtract mixed numbers. To add and subtract mixed numbers, you first of all start by adding and subtracting your whole numbers, and you can also break your fraction to the lowest term if possible. For example, I can give you 6 whole number 2 over 7 plus 3 whole number 1 over 7. I start with my whole numbers, which are 6 and 3. 6 plus 3 will give me 9. Then I'll go to the next one, which are the fractions. 2 plus 1 will give me 3, giving me 3 over 7. That means my final answer here is 9 whole number 3 over 7. Now let's go into subtraction of mixed numbers. You can have 12 whole number 7 over 10 minus 5 whole number 3 over 10. First of all, I'll bring out my whole numbers and subtract. 12 minus 5 will give me 7. Then I'll go to my fractions. 7 minus 3 will give me 4, giving me 4 over 10. So that means my final answer here is 7 whole number 4 over 10. But when I look at the fractions, I discover I can still break it down. So I divide 4 by 2 and I divide 10 by 2. 4 divided by 2 will give me 2. And 10 divided by 2 will give me 5. Making my final answer to be 7 whole number 2 over. Now it's practice time. Look at the questions in this slide and try and practice them so you'll be sure that you fully understand what has been taught during today's class. Thank you all for your listening here. Thank you for participating. Thank you for attending today's class. And I hope to catch you guys in the next class. Thank you.